like that.
Paul is the operator, or the shell man, and he's looking for a victim. And I'll be tempted by one of the oldest con tricks going. This is the 3 shell game, in this case played with 3 bottle tops and a P.
Come on folks, try your luck. Anybody want to play? It's very simple, real money for real luck. All you have to do is find the P. Very simple, always starts there. Come on in. Come on in, don't just look, stand over there. All you got to do is guess where the P is, it always starts there. Alright, where is it now? I haven't done anything yet. Like that. Perfect, just like that, watch. There's the P, you know where it is. All I'm going to do is move them around like that. I'll do it again, you know it's not there. Where is it? This one. It's not there. It's not there. It's got to be there. Now, sounds like fun, but it is for money. You want to have a try? Yeah. Yeah? Maybe for some money, £10?
Alex is a collaborator in the scam known as a shill. He is going to pretend to play the game and so entice the victims into betting.
Even money paid, you give me a 10 or I give you 20 back. Alright, where is it now? There it is. Gonna try and confuse you, a little bit of that. Where is it? Middle one. Middle one? Look at that. Sweet, you got a winner. Alright, 10.
Alex wins, and so the victims are conned into believing that they can succeed too. But the reality is that they don't stand a chance.
Alright, move them around like that. What? Bring the money out your pocket, what do you got? Come on. Don't listen to her, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Feel the luck, feel the luck. Alright, tenner. Tenner for which one? Middle one. 20 on this one. 20 on that one. I've got to take the bigger bet. 20 on that. I've got to take the bigger bet. Look, it's over there. You should have listened to this guy. He knows what he's doing. Do it again. This one's for you. What? That's the money.
Alex loses, but this is all part of the plan to make the real players think that they are smarter and so are more likely to win.
What is it? This one. This one there. Show me your money. What have you got? Make it 20 so it doesn't come over the top of you. Come on. Make it 20. 20 quid. Right? You shouldn't listen to me, mate. I already know it's over there. Look. I'll do it again.
Jess is another shill, and she is there to squeeze more money from our victims by pretending to cheat for them against Paul.
Okay, one more time, where is it? It's right there, yeah? Alright, I'll do it for you this time.
Jess leans in and whispers her plan. She will mark the bottle top that has the P under it with a smear of lipstick. If the players pick that one, then they can't lose. Of course, we know that they can't win.
Alright, it's in the middle one.
Can I check it? I think you're cheating.
Go on then, go on then. Don't drop it now.
Jess leaves a tiny mark on the bottle top with her lipstick.
Can I check it, just in case you... Yeah, alright, I know where it is. Now watch, but very, very slowly, okay? You know exactly where it is. Where is it now? Come on, show me the money. Show me the money. What have you got? 20 quid. 20 quid. 20 quid on this one. No, that one. That one. 20 quid on that one. How much are you betting? 20. On this one?
10.
This one?
That one.
How much? 20? 20. 20. Well, it's not there, mate. It's over there. Like that.
The victims have now lost £40.
It's, was that you?
No.
With barefaced cheek, Paul accuses the players of cheating, which allows him to close the game and keep the money, as well as seeing off his victims before they realise they have been
This is a
conned.
game for money. You can't cheat. Okay?
I got
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm done. If you're not going to play fair, I can't play you. I'm sorry. Okay? Come on, folks. Try your luck. It's a game. Anybody can play. Very simple.
Paul is up for snaring more players, while his victims have time to reflect on their defeat.
Well, initially when I first went to have a bet on it, I didn't really think I was spending any money, but when the girl kind of like said with this lipstick on it, that's going to be it, you kind of like assume, you know, how can it not be any different? So I guess because of the girl's presence made me spend a bit more money than I would have done.
Paul, Alex and Jess are conning another pair. But even if these two choose correctly, they can never win. A skilled shellman uses sleight of hand and other tricks to always take your money.
Which one? That one you should have said over there, mate. Sorry. That's how the game works. Sorry, guys.
The shell game is centuries old, and people are still falling victim to it all over Europe. The problem is, they will never win, as this game relies solely on the hustler's sleight of hand.
This is called the shell and P. There's no P here. There's no P here. The P starts right there, like that. Nothing under here. All you have to do is watch for the P. Here we go. If I wanted to, I could put the P here. Or I could put the P here. The P, of course, is right there. And that's why you're looking.
To practice their security guard pat-down routine.
Pickpockets are always looking for new ways to get close to their victims. And there's nothing that achieves that better than a good, old-fashioned uniform. Who's going to work the trick on? Where do we go?
Our hustlers have gone to this aircraft museum in Manchester. It's a good location because it's large, has many secluded spots, and we would naturally expect security at places like this. Jess will be helping the boys out later, but first, Alex and Paul find a part of the museum that isn't being watched by the real security guards. Whilst no one is watching, they put on their fake uniforms, with a little bit of help.
Excuse me, mate. Can I just take my hat? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Move along.
Alright, let's get into camp.
Now fully kitted out as security guards, all they have to do is wait, and it's not long before their first victim arrives.
Excuse me. Can I ask you to come over here for just a second, please? Routine security check. May I look inside your bag?
Because he is wearing a security guard's uniform, she allows Paul to delve into her bag.
Anything sharp in here at all? Anything I should be aware of? Anything in your back pockets here at all?
No.
No? Nothing in your back pockets?
While Alex distracts the mark, Paul takes her purse out of the bag.
Just see if there's anything here. Okay. I'll use that. No problem. Thank you. Thanks very much for your help. Bye-bye.
An easy steal. Now Jess comes into play.
Excuse me. Can you just check inside your bag for a second?
Here?
It feels completely normal that they would check Jess's bag as well. Paul simply slips in the stolen wallet, and Jess walks away with the evidence. It's not long before another mark walks into the trap.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you to come over here for just a second? It's a routine security check. Would you mind putting your arms up for me, please? Check here. Do you have anything sharp in here? At all? No? Here. No.
There goes the wallet.
Put your arms down. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. I'll look it.
Thanks.
He even thanked Paul for making him feel secure, not realising that he has just lost his wallet.
Check inside your bag.
Again, Jess comes back to take away the evidence. As the next mark approaches, it's time for Alex to practice his distraction techniques and empty this guy's pockets.
Hold your arms up like this for me. Thank you. Got anything in your pockets? Nothing here. Just got in my wallet. Nothing in your
Wallet number 3. Alex distracts the mark's attention while he passes his phone straight over his shoulder.
Thanks for your help. Thanks a lot.
Staying too long could arouse suspicion. It's time the hustlers made a clean getaway, and we came clean with their victims.
Move along. Move along.
My purse is in my bag. I think the guy that was checking my bag might have taken my purse out of my bag. I wouldn't have realised they weren't security guards.
Right. That was probably too trusting. You know, guy stands up with a security guard hat on a security tab and asked me to lift my arms up. He's going to search me. Looks officious enough. I was like, trusting. Too trusting. More fool me.
I felt a bit stupid really because it didn't have like any real identification apart from the uniform, so I just felt a bit stupid. I've just been sucked in by someone walking up just in a uniform. I shouldn't have been able to frisk me really. That's a bit out of line.
This con works because of social compliance. We are all preconditioned to react in certain ways, especially when confronted with figures of authority. authority, and people generally will do what they're told. Now, all a con man does is abuse that situation.
Hustlers are experts at getting a free ride. When they're on the road, they'll try and pay for absolutely nothing. There are more than 26,000 restaurants in the UK employing over 500,000 people. And there's nothing a hustler likes more than a free lunch.
Alex and Paul have targeted this restaurant. Alex intends to gorge himself at the owner's expense, and with our hidden cameras in place, we can see exactly how the bill switch works.
Yes, I think I'll have a bottle of the Chardonnay.
A whole bottle of Chardonnay. Not cheap, but then Alex isn't worried. After all, he won't be paying.
Can I get the Greek meze?
Certainly.
And I think I'll have the ribeye.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium, please.
Thank you very much.
So far, Alex has racked up a bill of £45, but he won't let that spoil his appetite. Meanwhile, Paul must wait patiently nearby for the signal to say that Alex is ready for him to play his part in the con. With only the remains of his main course and dessert to go, a text signals Paul that it's time for him to go in. Alex has got room for a dessert, but what about Paul? He's settled for a cup of tea. For this con to work, both Paul and Alex must get their timing exactly right. First, Paul must get his bill. And now it's Alex's turn. Alex's bill is £63, and this is how he gets out of paying. Alex isn't going to do a runner. He's on his way to the toilets with the bill tucked in his pocket. On the way back, there is a simple substitution. Alex makes it look easy. Alex's bill is now 65p for 1 cup of tea, and he must make sure he pays a waitress who hasn't served him.
Thanks very much. Cheers, bye-bye.
The waitress suspects nothing. Now Paul must brazen it out.
Excuse me. I had a cup of tea for £63. Yeah. Looks nice, but...
Again, the waitress assumes that the customer is right. In Paul's case, he is. But a con like this could cost a waiter or waitress their job.
Thank you.
As the team head off, it's Paul's turn for a slap-up meal. On the house, of course.
Lot of stuff, mate.
Sorry. Where do you want to go? It's the most expensive place in town.
Ivy, please, mate. The actual switching of the bills is only a very small part of the scam. What's more important is the pressure that you put on the waiting staff, making them feel it's their fault and giving the decision-making back to them. And most of the time, they'll even apologise to you.
If you work in a restaurant, try to be really wary of taking payment from tables that you actually haven't been serving. And remember, the customer isn't